I am so excited today because I get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is shoe trends. So I'm going to talk about shoes for 2024. These are going to be spring and summer styles that are really on trend, and they're going to be super wearable for you. And there are some new trends here that I'm going to talk about that I absolutely love. And so I don't know if you are aware that shoes are usually the first things to come out in the fashion industry. So I used to manage a shoe store, and we would get sandals in December because resort wear comes out, and in January people go on vacation. So you're going to see a lot of spring and summer shoes right now, and maybe not a whole lot of spring and summer clothing yet. Resort clothing, yes, but maybe not spring and summer. So I want to talk about these shoes, and they're going to be awesome. You're going to see them throughout the season, and I think you're going to love them. So if you love this video and you found it informative, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, and remember to love your neighbor and be kind. A shoe style that is trending that I personally want to add to my wardrobe is that Kitten Heel slingback shoe. I do not have one yet, and I've seen a lot of these already, and I do think this is a good option transitioning into the spring and summer, and I'll probably be full sandals in the summertime, but this is definitely a good spring shoe option. And the majority of them that I see are pointed toe. I think you can find some square toe options as well, and there are a lot of options in different materials. You can do regular leather or even patent leather, which I think is so fun. And that Kitten Heel does add a little bit more elegance, I think, and it makes it a little bit dressier. So if you want something a little bit more casual, you could opt for more of your square toe option, which there are a lot of good ones out there as well. So it just depends on what your personal style is, but that Kitten Heel I've talked about a lot, being a very popular item. It's something that is trending in a lot of different shoe options, like your ankle boots for fall and winter, which I talked about a lot for the fall and winter. And I think the Kitten Heel is another trend that's going to continue in 2024, not just in the slingback shoes, but you're probably going to see them in different sandals and maybe even some spring boots and things like that. So definitely the slingback Kitten Heels and then the Kitten Heels just in general are going to be big trends in 2024. Something that has not been on trend for a long time that I absolutely love, and it is a new trend coming in 2024, and that's patent leather. I absolutely love the look of patent leather. It's just so shiny and fun, and it's not something I've worn for a very long time. So I did get a Mary Jane in patent leather for fall and winter, and I love it, and I look forward to getting some sandals in this next spring and summer that are in patent leather. And it's just something that I have loved, and you just can't really find a lot of really good patent leather. And hopefully this spring and summer, since it's trending, we will be able to find a lot more than normal. So if you love shiny and you love fun and want something to add to your wardrobe, even in colors, I think we're going to see patent leather in colors, not just your neutrals. So this will be a fun season if you're like me and you love that finish. Another really cool option that we're going to see other than patent leather are satin shoes. And I always think of wedding shoes as satin shoes, but there are going to be a lot of other options other than like your wedding shoes or bridal shoes in satin. I think satin, for some reason, even in your coats, I talked about this in my last video, is going to be pretty popular. So I think this shiny, the textures, all of those things are on trend. And so it only seems obvious that that is why this trend is going. And it's just feminine and pretty and something different. And I think with the ballet trend being more of your satin ballet flats as opposed to leather flats, which that was the trend back in the fall, although the leather was still on trend, the satin was coming up to being a trend, then that is going to continue on, and we're going to see it in other options like your pumps or your mules, and even probably some of our sandals. This will come as no surprise to you, as it did not surprise me at all, that ballet flats are going to be really big in 2024. And not just your regular ballet flats, they have become more intricate, a lot cuter than just your normal everyday flat. And a lot of the ones we are going to see in 2024 are going to have embellishments. They'll probably have little bows on them. They might be pointed toe as opposed to the round toe, or maybe even square toe. So you're going to see a lot of different versions of this ballet flat style that has become very popular. And you'll find lots of different options in the materials as well. So satin and leather and faux leather and patent leather, which we'll talk about in a few, and maybe even some netting or some sheer mesh. So there are going to be a lot of fun options out there in your ballet flats. And part of your ballet flat trend is your Mary Jane trend, but the Mary Janes are going to look a little bit different as well. So you can get that ballet flat style that has the buckle across that they consider the Mary Jane, or you can find some that have a more substantial sole to them, or just some other cute elements, maybe multiple straps, but they're going to look a little bit different than they have, and they're going to be updated and maybe a little more embellished, a little bit more fun, because this trend is actually growing and I think people are loving this style. And if you want to find it in more of a pump as opposed to a flat, or in a patent leather, which I have a pair that are patent leather that I love that are more of a pump style, but I also have the flat version. So there's going to be a lot to choose from, and the Mary Jane is definitely on trend to be probably one of the most popular shoes, and I think the iterations that we're going to see are going to be a lot cuter, so they might be options that you might like a lot. And I've actually seen some that have more of a sporty feel to them as well, so if you're that sporty gal and want something that is a little bit different, then I think this is a fun option for you as well. So as I was looking around at shoe trends, I noticed a lot of people saying flip-flops were out of style, thong sandals were in style, and I think a flip-flop is a type of thong sandal, but a thong sandal is not a flip-flop, and that is just what I think. So I'd love to know what you think of these descriptions. So I think of a flip-flop as something that goes flip-flop and it's really casual, and it's usually got a foam bottom or rubber bottom, and it's just super casual. And then your thong sandals can have ankle straps. They can just be slip-ons, but they're a little bit nicer in leather, and you can dress them up a bit. So those are my that's my 2 cents on those. But I really think that the thong sandal is going to be a very big option, whether you get one with the ankle strap, which ankle straps are really on trend as well. But that thong sandal, that minimal sandal, is very, very much on trend, and it started last spring and summer, and I think it's going to be even bigger this spring and summer. So you'll see a lot of those. I'm already seeing a lot of them, whether you want the kitten heel, a block heel, or a platform. These are going to be really good options, especially for the summertime. So not a lot of people are talking about this shoe, but I think it is going to be a very big option for spring and summer, and I think the reason why is it's because it's part of that utilitarian look, and it's a very casual look, and there's a lot of straps to it, and that's the Fisherman Sandal. And because it's woven, it's also probably something that would be really good in the summertime if you don't get really hot like we do here. But the Fisherman Sandal is a great option, and I think it is trending, although a lot of people aren't talking about it. So I would love to know what you think of the Fisherman Sandal and if you think it's going to be on trend. And I have seen a lot of different versions of the Fisherman Sandal. So if you want one that's more of a platform and really casual, you could do that. Or just your regular flat-soled one that has just a smooth leather. Or you can find some that have embellishments on them, which I thought were a lot of fun. So it gives them a little bit of a different look, whether you want really sporty or just a little bit more modern. You could go either way, or any of the ways that I've talked about, because there are going to be a lot of options. And the Fisherman Sandal is a classic shoe that a lot of people love. It is closed toe, so it's something I think that's great to transition or to wear in the springtime. And because it's woven, it's also probably something that would be really good in the summertime if you don't get really hot like we do here. Another trend that is going to continue on in 2024 are your silver shoes. So in the fall, we saw a lot of silver shoes, even in your ankle boots and maybe even knee-high boots. And so for spring and summer, they're still continuing to push silver shoes. And you're going to find options in casual and dressy. So the metallics no longer have to be dressy, even in your handbags. So silver is going to be big, whether it's in shoes, handbags, or clothing. And I think we're going to see it across the board in all categories. So definitely get ready. If you love silver, this is going to be a season for you. If you love gold, you may want to think about mixing in some silver and just, I don't know, trying something new if you want to, because this would be an easy one to try. And I just think the things that I've seen are really pretty. And silver is super easy to put with pastels and even some of your bright colors, and it looks really good. So it may be something that you can't wear with your skin. If it's not, totally fine. But if you can, definitely give it a try. So this next trend I'm going to call straps and ankle straps, because whether you want a minimal ankle strap or whether you want straps all over the top of your foot and up your leg, those are both on trend. So you can do minimal or maximum and they both are going to work. I love lots of straps and I love minimal straps, so I would actually do both depending on what I'm wearing. And so this is a big trend, and the ankle strap is a really big trend, whether it's a very thin one or multiples that go, you know, a little up the leg or way up the leg in a gladiator style. And I think it's great that we have some really good options. I'm not sure that we'll see a lot of the gladiator up the leg style, but definitely the minimal ankle straps are going to be very big coming in spring and summer. And I think this is a really good option. And it goes with that minimalistic, quiet luxury look that a lot of people are going for. But if you want to be a little bit more loud and want lots of straps, you have that option as well. So this one is a very trendy trend, and I love this on other people, and I'm not sure that I would be able to pull this off, but it's wearing sheer socks with your sandals or shoes, whatever you choose. And the trick to this is to find the same color socks as your shoes, so it kind of looks like one unit. And I do think that this is a really fun look. I like this better than the kind of sports socks with the sandals. I'm not a big fan of that, although it does look cute on some people that I see wearing it. But this one is a little bit more elegant. It's something that is a little bit more neutral, that, you know, it all looks like one unit. So not your shoes not standing out, the socks not standing out, but it's definitely going to stand out because this is very, very trendy. And I think there's certain people that will pull this off really well, and then other people probably won't and won't even dare try it. But I would love to know what you think of this trend, and if you would be willing to try something like this if you could find the right combination of sandal and sheer socks. So as always, I would love to know which shoe trend is your favorite. And I think my favorite is probably going to be the slingback kitten heels, because I definitely said I would want to add those. And so thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, and I will talk to you next time.